Please rise.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That will call the meeting to order. First announcement this evening, in accordance with Resolution 2-2012, you're informed that Scott Stilson of Vincent Drive is live streaming tonight's meeting. I am Beth Cole, acting on behalf of the Board of Supervisors for our first item on the agenda this evening, which is the Board of Supervisors election of officers. First order of business is election of a chair to a one-year term expiring December 31st, 2020. At this time, do I hear a motion to nominate a chairperson of the board?
I'll make a motion to nominate John.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. John, thank you. As chairman, I have the meeting to you.
All right, thank you, Beth. Next order would be nominate a vice chair. I'll make the nomination for Tracy Olson.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Okay, vacancy board chair. Do I hear any nominations?
I thought we were going to do Gary McKeown.
That's,
Yeah, we're gonna have to make that motion.
make a motion.
I
I'll
second.
make the motion, yeah.
I
Second,
second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Excuse me, may I ask a question
Yes.
before I get any further? I'm looking at two different versions of tonight's agenda. What's going on?
Did you pick up, which one did you pick up from the table? Because that's the one we're
I picked
using.
up the, well.
And the one
I
else?
picked up the.
If you got one offline, that's not accurate.
Oh, that's my offline. Okay, so that's.
There you go, problem solved.
I get it.
Excellent question.
Thank you. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
You're quite, well, all right.
All right, second, we are now in an open forum, so on this side of the room, do we have any questions or comments? I'll turn to the side. Any questions, comments on this side? Seeing no questions, we'll proceed to the consent agenda for appointments. So this is a one-year term expiring December 31st, 2020, except as noted. So motion to approve the entire consent agenda for appointments.
Items 1 through 26, correct?
That is correct.
I'll make the motion.
Do I hear a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Consent agenda approved. New appointments. So we have a motion to appoint Glenn Morgan as Deputy Emergency Management Coordinator. So we did get a recommendation on Glenn.
Well, we got two recommendations, one from Bill Ford, one for Rob Esposito.
Yes.
I haven't met him and don't have any information about his credentials.
So they serve.
But they say he's the best person to get.
I make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, the next motion to appoint Attorney Charles Hawes of Barley Snyder as the zoning hearing board solicitor.
I'll make the motion.
I second.
All in favor? Aye. Motion to adopt a resolution to appoint, and shown blank, for a 3-year term on the zoning hearing board. So I have here any nomination for that position.
John Reel.
John Reel. Okay. And his background?
He has worked in a family construction company, so he knows building and commercial building and residential building. And he's applied for permits.
Have you had any recommendations?
recommended by the zoning hearing board.
Make a motion.
Yeah, I'll make the motion for appointment of John Merrill.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So, for John Keel is on the zoning hearing board.
You know him from the.
Yes. Okay. The consent agenda for other business. So, do I hear a motion to approve the entire consent agenda?
I make motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we'll go to the department reports, and that's Don. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It's been nice and quiet for the last few weeks, so I really don't have anything to report on. We're going along pretty good.
Don't say it.
It is not. It is.
Okay. Thank you, Don. Kristen?
Well, the partnership has not met yet for this year, so they meet Wednesday, so I have to report from them. The Chester County Solid Waste Authority has announced its hazardous household waste collection dates. Those have been added to the calendar, and the full schedule will be posted on the bulletin board outside. And lastly, and I know Bob Witters will be happy to know this, we have the speaker for the Farmers Breakfast coming up on the 21st. Stephanie R. Priester from the Brandywine Conservancy will be reviewing the results of a survey of farmers that have been done over the last 2 years to determine what kinds of operations they have, what best management practices they have in place, and what other challenges and places to improve could be done in those areas. So it should be very interesting.
Who's he representing in these? She.
Stephanie is from the Brandywine Conservancy.
Oh, Conservancy.
Yep.
Are there any other speakers, or she's the only one?
We'll have some remarks by John Goodall, Brett DaCosta. Steve is anxious to be there.
Well, I'm there in case no supervisor shows up.
I know, it never fails.
So if a supervisor shows up, they get to do the welcome.
Yes, I've done that in the past, but.
So if you're gonna be there, you get to do the welcome.
Perhaps we get a good breakfast.
Chrissy, do you need, you call in to make a reservation?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to be mentioning this to Phil, you might get to Phil,
It's
I'll let you know.
9 o'clock.
Up until the
To
16th,
start the breakfast. at
close of
9.
business, to let me know.
Okay.
Yeah, 9 o'clock.
Will you confirm the date one more time?
It's
21st.
Tuesday, January 21st.
Okay. I think I saw the 17th in the webpage. I might be wrong.
Yeah, you're right. That's all part of what's changed.
What you saw was the deadline to
Okay.
let me know you're
All
coming.
right, okay.
That's what that date is.
Starting
Because
at.
we need to tell Sally how much to cook. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Do people have to call ahead, or can they just walk?
Yes, if they just
They have to
walk
call
in,
in.
then
Yeah.
one of us doesn't get to eat.
Okay. I know one of the firemen.
Not one of us.
I'm trying to remember the name of one fireman said he was going to stop by, and I said, maybe give a call, but I don't know if he's going to try that or not. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we had a good dinner at the firehouse. All right, Steve, you're up.
Oh,
Thank you, Kristen.
yeah, I have one thing about this evening's agenda. We have item 4 under new business. I guess, John, since you're the chair and you get to read these motions out,
Yeah.
I should apologize to you. Because you'll see that that whole thing under item 4
Yeah.
is the motion. And the reason it's so long
Yeah.
is it has to do with Village Green,
Right.
and it has to do with phases 1, 2, and part of this actually has to do with phase 3. And in November, if you recall, we shook up the whole basket of financial security and moved things around to get them up to date. And in fact, the board also said, hey, in phase 1, you don't have enough financial security, you have to post another 20,000 and change.
Right.
And if you don't do it by this date, Chris has the authorization to go ahead and take legal action. So this is again shaking it up a little bit, approving his security releases. It's not really going to be released in phase one, because here again, we're going to apply that towards what he hasn't posted yet.
Yeah.
And we're going to give him a new deadline with something he has to do in order to see whether or not he has to post other cash or another addition to his letter of credit or whatever be it. So that's why this is so long, and it takes away the old deadlines and it gives him a new deadlines to meet.
Yeah.
And then once again, Chris can take legal action if these things aren't done. So that's why number 4 is so long and could seem confusing,
Yeah.
but that's what that is all about.
All right.
So, one other thing that just mentioned, we're working on 3 ordinances, subdivision and land development ordinance. We'll work on and hopefully have something ready for the second quarter of the year. Working on a new manufactured homes and manufactured home parks ordinance, a revision to that. And both Technicon and I are working on that soon, going to go back to the solicitor. And then, of course, we're working on this on-lot sewer management ordinance. DEP's had some comments about that, and Fred Ebert's staff, Mike, Jen, and I will get together and tweak that a little bit before that's presented for approval. And of course, once that gets approved, we're going to have to look at a starting date for the new inspection system. So those are just a few things we're working on.
Okay. Thank you. Planning Commission. We have 2 members of the Planning Commission.
Terry and Bob are both here. We did not have meetings in November and December, so there's really nothing to report. I believe at this point, we do have one sketch plan that's come in that's currently under review for Pleasant View Welding. So that will be discussed at your next meeting at the end of January.
Good. Thank you. Land Preservation Committee, any update?
Now, I know that just last meeting, we approved their recommendations,
Yeah.
so we don't have any update at this time.
All right. Thank you. All right. New business. Motion to not authorize the payment of all invoices with a due date prior to February 12th board meeting as prepared by the treasurer and approved by the manager.
I authorize it.
Good.
I'll second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Second item, motion to authorize, not authorize the township manager to prepare specifications and receive bids for CoStar quotes for the Public Works Department annual material and supply requirements and also requirements for the park and Morgantown road projects, then deliver award recommendations to the board.
Make a motion.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 3, motion to adopt or not adopt the resolution authorizing the purchase of a 2021 Mack truck, cab, and chassis from the Pennsylvania Truck Center Inc. and dump body, slope, snow plow, and spreader from Ian Kurtz Inc.
I make motion adopt.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Item 4 is a big one. Motion to approve 2 financial security release requests as recommended by Technicon for Village Green and item A, Village Green Phase 1 in the amount of $10,272.07 for landscaping. Village Green Phase 2 in the amount of $4,776.62 for landscaping. The motion to provide the Village Green developer until January 20th to provide the engineer and manager with updated amended soils cost estimates. If recalculated escrow requirements for Phase 1 then show adequate security No legal action shall be taken on the basis of insufficient security. If recalculated escrow is insufficient, then the developer has until January 27th to deliver additional security, or the solicitor is authorized to take legal action to collect the amount of deficiency. And also, fee in lieu cannot be funded from any excess security after recalculation of escrow requirements by January 20th, then the full amount shall be paid by January 27th on, or the solicitor is authorized to take legal action to collect the required amount. Also, the fee in lieu cannot be funded from any excess security.
That's on there twice.
Yeah.
Just skip that.
I will skip that. Good, I'll get to the last paragraph.
That makes it shorter.
This motion supersedes authorization to solicitor for legal action approved by the Board of Supervisors on November 13, 2019. So do I hear a motion to approve the two financial security releases?
I make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 5, a motion to adopt, not adopt, a resolution to submit a sewage planning module for Lloyd Couillard parcel number 22-4-50.1 to the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection. Do I hear a motion to
I'll
adopt?
make the motion to adopt.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to adopt, not adopt, a resolution to submit a sewage plan module for Ephraim S. Stolfus parcel number 22-8-7.4 to the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection.
I make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any other new business?
May I ask a question?
Go right ahead.
Bob Wiggers, Planning Commission. You just released financial security for landscaping at Village Street. I recall that we were just involved in some tree issues, planted wrong and that sort of thing. Are you still leaving a little bit of money in this bill for that problem, or has that problem been resolved?
I think Mike could best answer that.
Yeah, I'll answer that question. Well, if you recall, Bob, at the November meeting, those issues were brought forward by a resident. We subsequently went out and confirmed that those accusations were inaccurate.
Oh,
They were properly planted.
Okay.
I didn't physically see it the first time during the meeting, but I wanted to go out and just look at it for myself, and they were in fact planted properly. We also got a statement from the landscaping president of the company that does the planning on site. And he also confirmed and attested to the fact that he planted it in accordance with typical practices of the landscaping industry and so forth. So at this point, everything that's been released has been properly planted, the proper species was used, caliper, and so forth, that we typically look for in accordance with our saldo.
okay. The Village Green HOA, are they in agreement with?
Well, I don't know if they're in agreement with
They have to be.
technically, but as far as our professional opinion, we've determined that there's
Okay.
been proper planning done. Now, they are required to do a maintenance. There's a maintenance of 18 months with all the landscaping. That's part of our ordinance. So there is that requirement that has to be followed by the developer.
Okay.
We don't hold that money though. That's something that's a separate issue, but the initial planning gets released once it's planted properly.
Well, that's good to hear. Thanks.
All right. Any other questions or comments on the side of the room? Over here? Okay. All right, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, the upcoming 2020 meetings. January 16th, the Park and Recreations Board includes the Trail Study Committee and discussion on the James A. Humboldt Memorial Park Master Plan. January 21st, Land Preservation Committee, their meeting will be 8 a.m. followed by the breakfast meeting at the Farmers Breakfast at 9 a.m. And all residents are invited, call for your reservation at the Township office. January 24th, the Planning Commission, February 5th, Board of Supervisor Workshop, and finally February 12th, our next Board of Supervisor meeting. So thank you everyone for coming out tonight, and we'll see you next month.